This is Defense News Weekly from Newsgate Television, edition number 10. In this episode, we bring you news regarding Israel's Defense Minister's strategic visit to India, news about women soldiers in the Territorial Army now being allowed to serve postings along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, and we also bring you details of that unfortunate incident of MiG-21 crashing in Rajasthan sector. But first thing first. On 9th of May, Israel's Defense Minister Eli Cohen was in Delhi and met Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. There was a small delegation of senior officials from Israel's Defense Ministry who accompanied Eli Cohen. According to senior officials in the MOD, during the meeting with Israelis, India appreciated that cooperation that is being extended by Israeli companies for their investment and forging joint ventures with Indian partners to manufacture defense equipment is going at a good pace. Both India and Israel have completed 30 years of diplomatic relationship, and by all looks, the ties between the two countries are on path on a prosperous road ahead. Earlier this month, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, during his 3-day visit to Maldives, handed over a fast patrol vessel and a landing craft assault ship to the Maldives National Defense Forces to scale up their coast guarding capabilities. The gifted craft is a fast patrol vessel capable of coastal and offshore surveillance at high speeds and was commissioned as a regular coast guarding ship for the Maldivian Defense Forces. India has been a traditional defense partner of Maldives, and Rajnath Singh, during his 3-day visit to the island nation, highlighted that ties between India and Maldives are a win-win relationship for both the nations. Rajnath Singh, in his meeting with top leadership from Maldives, asserted that ties between the two countries emanate from the twin policies of neighborhood first and Sagar, that is, the security and growth for all in the region. Still with defense-related news from Maldives, 10 Indian fishermen who were rescued from Maldivian waters have been safely brought to Visakhapatnam by Indian Coast Guards on 6th of May. These fishermen had ventured into sea from Thengapatnam near Kanyakumari on 16th of April. It was reported that their boat developed engine failure and they were adrift in the Maldivian region without any help for 5 days. The fishermen were rescued by the Maldivian Coast Guards, who operated their vessel in coordination with Indian Coast Guard ships patrolling in that part of the sea. Now the news regarding another episode of dramatic rescue of Indian nationals who were trapped in war-torn Sudan. It so happened that in the midnight hours of the 3rd and the 4th of May, an Indian Air Force C-17 Globemaster aircraft, airborne from Hindon Air Base, flew through the night to land in early morning hours at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, for a short refueling stop to thereafter further fly non-stop to Ahmedabad before picking up 192 passengers from Sudan. The aircraft took excess fuel from Jeddah to avoid a situation of non-availability of fuel and refueling delays in Sudan. According to a statement issued by the Ministry of Defense, the mission was one of a kind, with aircraft carrying 192 passengers, mostly ladies, children, and elderly persons who either were NRIs, foreign nationals, or OCIs, the overseas citizens of India. These people could not be taken to Jeddah, and hence they were required to be flown directly to India in a non-stop flight by a heavy jet. At Sudan, the aircraft carried out an overhead steep tactical arrival followed by an assault approach to land the heavy jet. During the entire duration of the ground operations, the aircraft engines were kept running in readiness for a quick exit from the airfield in case of such a need arising. The crew encountered another unplanned emergency when one of the passengers became unconscious during the flight. This situation was immediately contained, proficiently handled by the Air Force crew, who on board the rescue aircraft saved the life of that passenger while in a non-stop flight from Sudan, first to Ahmedabad and then back to Hindon Air Base in the National Capital Region. In a major development, the Department of Military Affairs and MOD announced that new approved amendments to existing cadre management provisions for women officers of the Territorial Army, following which now gives them opportunity to serve in areas along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir. This progressive policy measure is aimed at enhancing the scope and employment of women officers as also to meet their professional aspirations, since they now serve and train under the same conditions as their male counterparts in a wider range of units and appointments, including serving in the challenging field conditions and in important staff appointments. It may be recalled that in 2019, Territorial Army had started commissioning women officers into their force. According to a statement issued by the Defence Ministry, women officers of the Territorial Army will now be posted with engineer regiments of the TA, serving along the line of control as staff officers of TA Group Headquarters or at the Directorate General of the Territorial Army located in New Delhi. The Territorial Army is based on the Citizens Soldiers Army concept, and officers undergo annual training on basic military skills while remaining gainfully employed in the civilian life. On 8th of May, an unfortunate incident took place in the skies over Rajasthan when a MiG-21 fighter aircraft of the Indian Air Force crashed near the Suratgarh Air Base, killing 3 women on the ground. The readout of a MOD statement said the aircraft, that is MiG-21, had got airborne for a routine operational training sortie from the Air Force station at Suratgarh early in the morning of 8th of May. Soon thereafter, while being in the skies, the pilot experienced an on-board emergency, following which he attempted to recover the aircraft as per the existing procedures. Having failed to do so, he initiated an ejection, sustaining minor injuries in the process. The pilot was recovered from about 25 kilometers northeast of the Suratgarh Air Base. The aircraft wreckage fell on a house in Hanumangarh, killing 3 women on the ground. They could not escape to safety when this incident took place. The inaugural ASEAN India Maritime Exercise known as AIME 2023 was successfully culminated in the South China Sea on 8th of May. From Indian side, approximately 1400 personnel manning 9 different ships participated in the sea phase of the multilateral naval exercise. India's indigenously designed and built ships, destroyer INS Delhi, stealth frigate INS Satpura, maritime patrol aircraft P-8I and integral helicopters took part in the exercise with ASEAN naval ships from Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. The 2-day sea phase witnessed a wide spectrum of evolutions at sea, including tactical maneuvers, cross-deck landings by helicopters, seamanship evolutions and other maritime operations. The 35th edition of India-Thailand Coordinated Patrol, otherwise known as India-Thai Corpat, between the Indian Navy and the Royal Thai Navy was conducted from 3rd of May up to the 10th of May. The Indian naval ship Kesari and a designated frigate from Thai Navy, His Thai Majesty's ship Saiburi, along with maritime patrol aircraft from both the navies took part in Corpat in the Andaman Sea. In a statement issued by the Ministry of Defence on 10th of May, this exercise reinforces maritime linkages between the two countries with an aim of keeping this vital part of Indian Ocean safe and secure for international trade. The Indian Navy and the Royal Thai Navy have been undertaking Corpat biannually since 2005 along the international maritime boundary line. Corpat builds up understanding and interoperability between the navies and facilitates instituting measures to prevent and suppress unlawful activities like illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing, drug trafficking, piracy, and armed robbery. That's all for this week. Keep watching this space from Newsgate Television. Namaskar. Jai Hind.